And with the Steelers re-signing Terrell Edmunds, man, what were your thoughts when you first saw that, man? What was your initial reaction to it? Talk about the money associated with it as well, man.
Yeah, I'm into the business of football. I'm big on the business of football. So for the Steelers side of it, I thought it was a great business move. You got to put him out there, let him see what his market was like, give out some fillers. So in a sense, you put it on him a little bit, but then you got to bring him back for almost $4 million cheaper than you would have had to do if you did it for the 5th-year option.
No, it's super cheap, man.
Business wise, it's a great move for them. Great move. You feel that safety position going into the draft. So, in reality, all the spots, in a sense of starter spots, are filled. Now it's just about you can go into that draft, that first pick, and go get what you want, best available. So I think it put a period on the position. Like, I think it gave a sense of like, it is somebody here that you can trust. It's somebody here that you know. But I thought it was a good signing. I thought it was a good move. I guess that means the Tyrann Mathieu sweepstakes is over.
I was about to say, man, so. Yeah. Are we still involved with that, man, or is it no more competition? I mean, is this the 2.5? Does that say to you, no competition? What that say to you, man?
And being in Morgantown this weekend.
Oh, here he go.
Have we forgotten?
Here he go.
About Karl Joseph being on the roster?
No. We hip.
That's a former first-round pick on the roster. Come down in the box, solid tackler, gets a chance to go to a first training camp in Latrobe. You gotta think he came in a sense of free agent pickup last year. They put him on practice squad for the 2 weeks. He didn't get to really be out there.
Yeah.
But you get a chance to send that to a Latrobe. So I think it's still competition. I think it's still a draftable position as well. I do. I think it's best available. I think they're going with best available in the first, and then what feels best available in the second in terms of position need. So that safety still is considerably. It might not be sewed up to where if they're and there's some good safeties in this draft. You go best available and you pick a safety.
Hey, so this is from one of the chat members earlier in the podcast. He says, ask TG later what positions on the roster are actual open competitions at camp. So you brought up Karl Joseph. Do you think that's an actual competition between him and Edmunds going into this offseason?
I think that's for surely an actual competition. I think the money-wise tells you that because not only it's not like you're paying Edmunds a ton of money. So, it's not saying like we're committed here to 1-year deal. I think it still is an open competition. I think that's his job more. He's in first place. He's the favorite. But I think that is a job to keep an eye on for the whole year. You know how Coach Tomlin does. He likes to kind of create packages for people. So I'd be curious to see. I think it trickles down to everything. I think that linebacker play, the safety play, they all are hand to hand because if the linebacker per se play isn't completely up to par in terms of coverage, you could see a package where you could see like Edmunds in the game, one at safety, one at dime, just different things like that. So I think it's just wide open in a sense of it's a couple positions on that defense. He's trying to figure out how to mix and match, So he's bringing in as many weapons as he can and mix and match and put it all together.
So now I need to know, though, T. I mean, we obviously talked a little about your man, Karl Joseph. You said that, the draft could still be open as well. Do you think that Edmunds could beat those guys out in terms of if it is Karl Joseph or if it is... Well, because, obviously, Kyle Hamilton, we know if you're getting him, he's special. He's a little bit different. But when you think about...
You can land a Kyle Hamilton that early, then you have a different conversation.
Right.
That's a different conversation.
Right. But if Hamilton's out of this equation, are you taking Edmunds Karl Joseph or the field in this situation, man, in terms of being the starter week 1?
Starter week 1, I'm taking Edmunds. If I'm that's his job to lose.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like, he is on paper, when you write down the starters and you got it in pencil right now.
Yeah.
His name's in the number 1 slot in pencil. He'll be taking those first reps, you know? And then from there on what he does, I don't think it's I don't want to say competition. I think it's definitely a competition, but I think it's more of a marathon. That makes sense.
Okay.
You know, like who starts in September, October might not be the same people who start November and December. And that's not
boy,
far.
you sounding like Coach T over there now, man. You got to chill out with that, man. You know, the PTSD start pulling up. Hey, he'll do that now. You going to start in September? You going to start in October? Oh, Thanksgiving coming up. Hey, look, man, we just gonna try something out. All right,
we're gonna try something.
We're gonna try something out.
I want to see what this looks like.
Hey, man, chill, boy. You know that's his go-to right there.
I think that's really we're looking at a bigger picture. Is what I'm saying. It's a marathon competition. I don't think that spot is, and he tells us that in the pay, it hasn't been solidified. So it's still a position of question mark, if that's the right way to put it.
Because for those that might not have had any situational awareness, in the bottom corner of the screen, you see a logo that's up there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, DraftKings Sportsbook. Everybody knows DraftKings Sportsbook, baby. Yes, indeed. Not only are they safe, but they are secure and reliable. I'm talking the leaders when it comes to sports betting, baby. And that's what we love about DraftKings, because they always got the fire odds. They always provide us with great incentives to watch these games, and they make the winning a little bit sweeter. And sometimes when you lose and you parlay it the right way, it still can make the loss a little bit sweeter as well, man. Just depending on how those numbers have worked with you. But the reason why I always enjoy DraftKings is because they supply us with an awesome promo code for all the first time people out there, right? Because everybody was the first at something. It was Deke's first time one time, and I'm hoping that it went well for him because he's back. All right. But when you use that promo code MOATS, you can receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. It's a cool concept. Whatever amount you put in up to $1,000, you type in the promo code MOATS. DraftKings says, you know what? I like this guy. I'm going to match that money. All right. Up to $1,000. So it is an awesome, awesome concept, ladies and gentlemen. But we also know this, Deke.
Yeah.
We know that sometimes people, they overindulge.
Right.
Sometimes when you overindulge, some people might say that you have a problem.
Right.
Well, if you have a problem, there is someone that can help you. If you have a gambling problem, say you might need some crisis counseling, maybe even referral services, Deke.
Right.
There's definitely a number for you to call. You want to know what that number is, Deke?
I mean, you kind of got to know the number. If you're going to call someone.
If you're going to call, you got to know the number, right?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that number is 1-800-GAMBLER. I say it's 1-800-GAMBLER.